feeling a pull to do a message from the state of being that is divine love, and see what divine love wants to offer us in this moment. I did a sit this morning in which I played around with this energy and idea of divine love, filling all of my chakras, like with intention, soul chakra through earth star chakra, and then also the chakras that are above physical body, as well as into my entire being. I visualized it into my fascia, my bones, my skin, my fingertips, my tips of my toes. It was pretty fabulous and amazing, and I feel like I want to just put that out there for other folks. And I didn't have a guided process. I just sat with myself and called that energy in and just went. I had the time to go really slowly with it, so if you have time to do that, and that feels like, when I say that, it feels like it calls on you, perhaps try it. It felt really good. I needed that time with love, with divine love, and make that offering to myself in these times. I've been thinking about what would divine love tell us in this moment, and I've also been being called by a deck that's actually called Love Oracle of Eden. I've had it for many years. I've never actually used it, so we're going to use that today. I'm going to open up with this deck. This is the Oracle of Great Mystics. Dawn of Grace. I love it. Dawn of Grace. Look at the swans against that fiery sun. It says new beginnings. The haughty self. Dawn of Grace. So I wonder if the reason, I wonder if divine love's opening message here is that, we've been coming into this moment of being asked to slow down, to go inward, to get real deep clarity around the space that we're making, the healing that we're in, as folks who are on an awakening, spiritually based path. And, in June, the message that I got was to slow down, right? To step back from the outer world, to go in, to have an inward gaze, but to have a really delicate inward gaze. That there was really nothing to do with that inward gaze other than to focus inward and to take energy that you might be putting out in the world that you don't need to put out, bring it in, so that things in the background can be reconfigured. And I really do think a lot of that reconfiguring is our understandings of our selves as humans, and the balance necessary, the balance we need to know about ourselves in terms of the fullest aspects of who we are, both the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine, and the mix of the two, and how that can bring about a balanced state in which we can find, foster, imagine, create divine love with ease. And remember, when I'm speaking of divine love, I'm not talking about the emotion of love or the feeling of love, which those things are important to us as humans because we're here to have an embodied experience. But I am in particular talking about the state of being, of love, of oneness, of understanding. I am you, you are me. And so I wonder if, we're being told that there is a new beginning that is arriving, this understanding of who we are in the full aspects of ourselves and what that might mean for our relationships, particularly to our root. I'm getting lower chakra here, so like the full gamut of lower chakra are root, sacral chakra, and the solar plexus. And then there's some pink in here in the thymus gland, which is the higher heart, which is a space around divine love and can help better deepen and understand love from our divinity as well. I'm also wondering around the fact that there's two swans. And so some of the understanding here is not only really understanding the power, the groundedness, the connection that you have, and your creativity, your passion, your desires, and your power within, but also that of someone or someone's around you, that perhaps there is a space being made to see someone. Could also be for you to be seen, right? The dawn of grace. So something is rising, which again follows with the messages that we've been getting about there's a reconfiguration happening, right? So out of that which dies, something new is birthing. That part of what's being birthed is a new beginning of how one sees themselves and or how you are seeing someone else. It could be a time to like really say that you see someone, right? It could be a time that you really allow yourself to be seen. I want to see what guard, guardian, or goddess is hanging out, supporting this message from divine love. Star Maiden rest. So it's interesting, right? There's a color synergy between sort of what's happening with this back area and this area down here. And actually even in here, like this stress is here and the folds. And so I definitely am still getting this idea that we are not, like this dawn of grace, it is to be dawned. We're not in the moment at this time. And the offering from divine love is to take this time right now to stay inward, to seek as much rest as you can and allow that background to occur so that the new beginning and this haughty self can arrive. This energy from the Star Maiden is definitely about having folks remember that now is a time of rest, because that new dawn is arriving. And to get there, really, it would be helpful if folks take some time to rejuvenate, to be in an understanding that if there is any spiritual work that you want to do, it's going to be within dreams. It's going to be within the quiet solitude times. See what we get from the Love Oracle deck. Nurture, heal, divinity. All right, I mean, I think we're getting a pretty clear message here yet again around it is a time of rest and nurturing to come into the healing that we all need to step into that dawn that new beginning that's about to arrive. And a lot of that we're on that spiritual journey, right? It is about our divinity. It is divine love is like, you are divine. I need you to know you're divine. The only way you're going to know your divinity and connect to your divinity in this moment of chaos, of imbalance, is through more rest and the ability to nurture to nurture the self. For those who constantly find themselves busy and rationalize it, or because you can't find an hour, you won't even find 5 minutes. And so the offering is that nurturing can come in really small packages, and as I say that, it's really interesting because I don't know that you're going to be able to see it here, but right there, she's holding this little tiny tree creature. And that's you, my friend. That is you, and this is you, right? I am you, you are me. Remember, the idea or the state of being of love is oneness. And so your divinity, so you see she's got the angel circle around here. Your divinity, your higher self, wants to nurture and love on you to create some healing. And in order to do that, you need to rest. You need to lean into the Star Maiden and rest. And it comes back to, because a dawn of grace is arriving, a new beginning is arriving, the reconfiguration that we've been wanting, the reason that we've been, on this healing journey, to be able to release the construct, to be able to release the oppression, suppression, and control of patriarchy, white supremacy, anti-blackness, homophobia, xenophobia, classism, sexism, you name it. All these ways of oppression, suppression, and control have been embedded in us and in our lineage, this life, past lives here on earth for many generations. And we have been doing the work to release that, to heal that. I think that divine love is like, okay, like, yes, I don't, I'm also getting the message of like, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. So it's like, it's not that I don't think we ever reached a point of simply healed. I think that we reach healing points. We are healed, and then there's more healing to do. And that is, I think, is one of those moments right now, is that there is more to come after this moment, but to step back for a moment and just acknowledge the work that you've been doing. Acknowledge you've deepened your connection to your divinity, so that you can continue the healing. And that continuing the healing and deepening your connection to your divinity is going to be about nurturing that beautiful, deep, new seedling that is you, that is coming into the dawn of grace. All right, Spirit, I'm gonna get a few transmuting the eye cards. Transmuting the eye cards. I wonder if YouTube's gonna get mad. Let's do that. I don't know. Nurture. So to nurture, engage with gratitude as a path ends and a new adventure begins. So coming back to that need to rest. And from the sacred masculine, it's explore daily use of transmutation tools, ideas, and concepts. And that's coming in as an ace. So meaning, for some folks, in order to nurture, in order to step into that understanding that I not only deserve to be nurtured, but I deserve to nurture myself. you're going to have to explore the ideas of transmutation of oppression, suppression, and control. And I think that brings us back to the lower chakras. So the work that we can do in our lower chakras around, at the root, it's about safety, security, connection to earth, to others. At the sacral chakra, it's going to be about creativity, understanding that you are a creative, divine spirit, that your passions and your desires matter, and that you can move from those. That energy, part of the nurturing is to keep that energy flowing and clear, and then into the solar plexus, which is choice, free will, and the power within, and transmuting the ideas that the patriarchy has given about power over, that the only power that exists is external. No, that solar plexus houses so much of our power within, and once we can get that flowing and clear as well, it allows us to connect with others for power with, which I think is that new beginning, that haunty self, and the pair that's arriving here. And again, that nurture is required. Spirit, higher self is like really engage with gratitude as the path ends. Like that rest will allow you to be in that liminal space with gratitude as opposed to fear. Okay, at heel, we're given imagine infinite possibilities of being. This is coming from the divine feminine. And then also a message from the sacred masculine: connect breath to root chakra to ground an overactive mind, and that's coming in as an earth card. So in this, again, I think, do not think of this as external movement or additional activity. This again is within the realm of this rest, the stars, the beautiful dark womb of the divine. So you're thinking about it in terms of one of the ways to continue healing in this process is to really keep coming back to the breath. And that visualization of the root chakra to ground you and to help an overactive mind in these chaotic times slow down a bit. And if it's helpful to you to manage your thoughts a little bit, imagine infinite possibilities of being. That which you have been doesn't mean that it is that which you will be. And even think really outside of the box of where this next wave of ascension, of awakening is going to take you when we reach that dawn of grace, or when that dawn of grace arrives. Because I don't know that it's about a reaching, it's more like it's there. We're just being asked to let it sit a little bit longer, let things percolate. I'm also noticing that here, this coloring here is a little bit similar. It's a bit muted, but it's very similar to the waters that the swans are in. Again, so just, let yourself float in the waters of nurturing yourself to allow more healing to come in. At Divinity, where we got Truth and our first journey card. So explore the path of curiosity to find your authentic truth. It's coming in as an ace again. So the offering from Divine Love is like, if you're struggling with this idea that you are a divine being, that you've been trained in this idea that there are angels and then there are you, and the concept of an earth angel is some BS, right, or sacrilege. The offering is to really step into this space of curiosity while you're resting about what your authentic truth is, who you are, what you came here to do, so that, like, even in this space here, maybe in your dreams you're being given some information. When you are resting, there's an interesting thing between, again, this coloring. There's a through line between really taking the time to nurture and rest so that you can explore the path of curiosity to find your authentic truth. Again, remember, one of the ploys of oppression, suppression, and control, aka patriarchy, is to keep us so busy and in such an urgent state of mind, we can't actually slow down to explore things like divinity. Or actually, we can't actually access the healing that comes from real rest, resting the mind and resting the body. And so it looks like Divine Love is saying, step into that, because they're offering that energy of curiosity to explore your path. It's coming in as a journey card, which is the passage, transformation is on its way. In the traditional tarot, that is the equivalent of the Tower card. And it's interesting too, because this divinity card kind of comes in looking like a tower. And there you are, and all this could be, depending on how you are defining it, it could be your spirit guides, your guardians, your ancestors. It could also just be people in your world, your community. And so know that as we do all this, what's coming in here, that new beginning, is transformation. It's on its way. There's a possibility that for some folks, the reason that we keep getting pushed the rest, it's time to rest, to nurture, to heal, because that transformation might come in with quite a boom, bang. Some people get scared when they receive the Tower card in tarot. It's not necessary. I don't necessarily feel that way, but that just might be because I've been used to tumultuous times in my life. But think of it more of like, if we've been resistant to the path, to our authentic truth, universe is gonna, keep pushing in this divine love sort of way. But divine love is just touchy-feely, right? It is about making way for the path we came here to take. And so for some, it could just be transformation is on its way. Take the time to make the space and understand the seeds you're planting for that transformation. If you are experiencing resistance to nurturing the self, to continuing your healing, to prioritizing your healing, that passage could be a little tumultuous. But it's going to depend on people's individual soul paths, agreements made, all that kind of stuff. See if there's anything else that's coming in for me. For folks who like to have affirmations, let's see, for the nurture card, the affirmation is, I nurture all aspects of my being so I am able to grow and thrive. For the heal card, the affirmation is, every day I move forward on a track of healing and recovery. And for the divinity card, the affirmation is, by recognizing the divinity in others, I acknowledge the divinity in myself. So thank you for hanging out. Thank you, Divine Love, for this message at this time. I am grateful. I feel complete. My energy is going to stay with me. Your energy stays with you. And as usual, unfettered and infinite love and gratitude.